film is so all-encompassing because you need to build sets, and there needs to be a sense of architecture. You know, you need to design the costumes. You need to like be able to create this clothing that defines a character, that works with the lights. You need to be able to paint with the light. You need to be able to work a camera. You need to be able to know why that 85mm lens is better than the 135mm lens. You know why it's better to go with the wide.
Why things interpret the way they do.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, I'm Ed.
And I'm Nate. We're gonna shotgun these beers.
Yes, we are.
What hole did you pick to drink out of? Because I don't know if I picked the right one. I think that's the butthole of the can.
Yeah, it looks like a little penis hole. I'm drinking out of the penis hole here.
Let's go back to that replay.
Yeah.
I'm really geek on that. Like, how do you get something across with the minimal things you have? How can you get...
Right.
Obviously, when you have all those things and you know to do it, but then you can take like 3 or 4 key elements
and then make something special out of it.
It push the thought you're trying to invoke there a little bit.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because like with film, with editing, with letting a scene play out longer or a shot play out longer, like you're creating like creating a narrative in people's spaces. So like you can create a feeling with just music and just with editing, and it's just, it really is, I call it's magic. Because it's just a bunch of shit put together. But if you get the right person, if you get a Stanley Kubrick, if you get a Spielberg or a Paul Thomas Anderson, who knows how to take all these elements and make something really incredibly special out of it, that's what I find is so interesting.
Tarantino says though, he's like, you can't make the movie by yourself. You need hella people to make it. Like you need the best cinematographers who do what they do and like people who find the sets. People who obviously dress, makeup people and costume. Man, and those are not luxuries we're not going to have for a long time, dude.
No, yeah, but that's
we're
what I'm
saying.
saying.
We're going to be fucking pumped for a long time.
Yeah, but here's what's so interesting. Look at how much artwork goes into making, I mean, you need all of that. You need all of that to make a scary movie. Think about that.
For sure.
Like, to make scary movie, like, we're not talking about high art here. We're talking about
scary movie
genre.
The movie
scary movie. Like, you need that to make a scary movie, by which I mean, you don't need that to make something incredible like Citizen Kane or The Godfather.
One of the things that I do want is that you don't get to experience. When you look on YouTube, you see you get 1,000 views, but you can assume that a lot of those views are single person viewed. Now, I play music, so playing live shows, playing in front of one person is not as exciting as playing for 100 people, dude. So I want to see, when I do film, I want to try to gather people. Like if you could be in the theater to watch 100 people watch your film, like that's a true reaction of like how people would react.
It's nerve-wracking.
Isn't it?
It's
It really is, dude. You're going to get fucking sized up, but...
It's like if the plant that this came from, like they grew up listening to Limp Bizkit and being kind of a shithead, but at some point, this plant discovered Bright Eyes. And it kind of like changed him.
And looking into movies too, like the trouble we could get in for using people's songs, right? And so I think like, man, they had a budget. They're really splurging on
the music.
But there's probably somebody else. I wonder if Richard Linklater, how many songs he actually picked. Like when he has his original notes to give out to whoever, what songs he picked, or if there's just a guy who's like, he just knows music. His music library, his DJ collection is the sickest, and he knows how to pick songs. Who has the good taste? And like famous songs are so familiar that people like it.
Yeah. As
opposed to just a music score gets really overlooked.
Yeah, it is, by the way. It's absolutely nerve-wracking when you're putting your work out there and you're in the audience with the people. Immunity, the movie that I did this with, it's a 23-minute movie, but I felt like that movie took 2 hours when I was sitting there watching with everyone. Because I was just like watching every single frame, and I was like, fuck. I do everything in my movies except act.
Yeah.
I write, direct, edit, and score it.
Do you want to act in mine?